So I work for UNICEF, which is the UN's Children's Fund. And as the name implies, our work is to ensure that every child on Earth has the opportunity to survive and thrive and enjoy its human rights as they are enshrined in the CRC, or the Children's Rights Convention. This means that we work across all SDGs, in fact. So we have a huge mandate, and this means that we work across the SDGs from when children are still in the womb, making sure that they have access to quality maternal care, into their adolescent years. And we have 5 focus areas to encompass basically the entire rights and needs of children. And these are, for the first part, to make sure that every child survives and thrives. This means access to nutrition and healthcare. Secondly, it's education, making sure that every child enjoys the rights of education. Thirdly, we work to make sure that children are protected from violence, exclusion, abuse, and harmful practices, such as female genital mutilation. Fourthly, we work to make sure that children and their families have access to clean water, sanitation, and hygiene, and live in clean and sustainable environments. And in the 5th part, we make sure to help every child to live free of poverty and to enjoy social protection. So UNICEF plays a key role in ensuring that countries of the world uphold and meet their targets on the SDGs. We work, as I said before, almost on the entirety of the SDGs. I would like to mention here a focus on 2 SDGs, just to narrow the scope a bit. One is the access to education. As I said before, every child on this planet has a right to education. And it is a challenge to make sure that children enjoy this right. So this is a huge priority for UNICEF. And secondly, there is the issue of access to clean water, hygiene, and sanitation, which becomes an increasing challenge as we see more droughts across the world due to climate change. At present time, the biggest challenge that my organization faces is a learning crisis. What happened during the COVID-19 pandemic was that as societies closed off to limit the spread of the disease, children were taken out of schools in numbers that are staggering. Over 1 billion children were removed from schools during the pandemic. And school closures endured for even up to more than 12 months in some countries. Now, even just missing out a week from school can have bad effects on children. So you can imagine missing out months or even a year of school from your life. The impact that we're seeing is the biggest learning crisis we have seen in decades. And actually the impact of COVID has led UNICEF to face the biggest child rights crisis in its 75-year history. So the big challenge for us now is to work with all member countries of the UN to ensure that children return to school and continue to enjoy their rights to education. A wicked problem pervades the work of UNICEF right now. As I mentioned before, the impact of COVID had a horrendous impact on children's rights. When schools closed, which was a solution to limiting the spread of the disease, it actually created a cascade of other problems for children and their rights and their families. So what we are seeing now is that millions of children have not returned to the classroom following the school closures. This can be because their family fell into deeper poverty than before due to the economic impact of the pandemic, which results in children being sent out to work, even being sold off or married while they're still children, to ensure that the family has some means of sustaining their lives throughout these horrible poverty that they're experiencing. So that was a problem where the solution actually created a bigger problem, and this is an issue that we're tackling today. We're actually seeing a huge step back in rates of poverty, child marriage, and child slavery. So the fight now is actually to make sure that the steps that we have taken backwards in the last 2 years will not be counted in decades. So that is a huge challenge. I would also like to mention that actually, according to the CRC, the Children's Rights Convention, children have a right to have a say in decisions that impact their lives. And I believe that no decisions are made today that have a bigger impact on children's lives than decisions on how we tackle climate change. So while we continue to allow only adults make decisions on how we tackle climate change, or actually how we fail to tackle climate change, we are working against the rights of children. So we need to make sure that children and adolescents are included in decisions and discussions on how we fight climate change and make sure that the planet continues to be livable for the generations to come.